Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this afternoon session. I am Gary Paul, and today we're going to be doing a special occasion speech. It's entitled Empowering Men for Family Life. I chose this topic specifically because I wanted to educate especially the men in terms of their roles and responsibility in the family. Alright, so we're going to look at the definition of responsibility. Responsibility, what does it mean to be responsible? It means to be in charge, it means to be in power of, and things like that. A pastor by the name of Nathan Best once said that some people like bush tea, some people like cocoa tea, some people like Lipton tea, but the tea that most of us don't like, and I include myself in it, is responsibility. Alright, on that note, I want to just give a little joke in terms of a king. They had this guy that had to get married to his daughter. So he decided that he's going to test the man and make sure that he's brave, he's courageous, and he's going to be responsible. So he had a swimming pool, and he had 3 sharks in it. He feed them for days. And he was able to get 3 men to take up the challenge. The challenge was to swim from one end of the pool to the next, and if the shark didn't do you anything, you would be the man to marry his daughter. The first man went, the shark eat him up. The second man, he looked at the daughter, she real prettier. He looked at the daughter, look at the shark and then he said, "Now boy, my life ain't more that. I'm going to walk away." He walked away. The last man now, he watching the girl, he watching the sharks. He watching the girl, he watching the sharks. Out of the blue, somebody come and push him. That man dash across there, he make it. So the king sent his high men and the man put a rope around him. He said, "Yes, use the man I want to marry my daughter." The man said, "I don't want your daughter, man." He said, "Well, you could have the richest in the kingdom." He said, "I don't want that." He said, "What do I want?" He said, "I want the man that pushed me." So the guy was able to win the challenge, but still he didn't want that responsibility. Alright, so we're going to get into the meat of the matter now. Basically, 4 main responsibility, 4 main tasks is given to the man in the home. The first one is to lead. Alright, and when we talk about lead, we're talking about the servant type of leadership, where he would go in front, he would do the task, he would show the wife how the task has to be done, and he leads the family by example. Right, he has to lead. The authority was given to him to lead. Also, in his leadership, he has to lead physically and he has to lead spiritually. He has to be the one conducting the devotion in the home, taking all the spiritual authority in the home. He is responsible for that. Secondly, he has to provide. He is the one that's supposed to go there and work, get the income to take care of the family. If the wife chooses to go and work as an extra, that's a plus for him, but it's not a must for her, because he is the one that's supposed to be taking care of her. She left her family to come and live with him, so she's supposed to be better off. If she's not better off, it's better she go back and stay with her family, right? So he has to provide, he has to go out and work. He can't sit down and relax and say, "Well, my wife working, so no, he has to go and work." She should be the one relaxing and taking care of the kids, because she is there to assist you. Thirdly, he's there to protect. He's the protector in the family. If there's anybody trying to damage the family, anybody trying to create harm, he should put himself as an armor to protect his family. His child, his wife, whosoever, he should put himself as an armor to protect the family. He should be that protector. Yeah, he has to be willing to lay down his life for his family, if it comes to that. The fourth point, he has to be a lover. Yeah, he has to love his family as Christ loved the church and died for the church. Yeah, he had to extend that love to his children. That love must be seen, it must be felt. That warmness of the Father present must be felt in the family at every time. And his wife must know that too. She must not hear lip service that "I love you baby, I love you honey," and then it's not practical going on in the family. Once this love and this respect going on in the family, everything would be smooth in the family, everything would go nice. But in reality, it doesn't work out that way. The men most of the time fail to give the love, and I include myself too. I'm not only talking to you, but I include myself. I'm human too, and sometimes I fall short as it relates to that. Yeah, and sometimes the ladies fail to give the respect, basically. Right? So I want to give you one more joke before I close off in terms of responsibility. That's what men, they run from their responsibility. They hear about marriage, they hear about family, and they say, me, I can't handle that. I run in. He had this man, he had this family. They had a lot of problems in the family. He ended up losing his job. He couldn't provide for the family, and then his children was complaining they wanted things. His wife wanted things. He said, look, man, I don't want to take my life. I can't handle this thing. I don't want to take my life. Something as major as that. Say he won't take his life. Where he chooses to go and take his life now is over a river. He climbed a tree over the river and he tied the rope and everything. In the process, the branch was rotten, the branch broke. He fell along in the river. If you see man Pelton, and he just shot blow. He's a lucky thing I can swim. You understand? He tried to run away from the responsibility. Most of us as men, we try to dodge our responsibility. We try to run. But you cannot run. Once you're a man, you just have to prepare yourself to deal with it. It's your responsibility. As a man, you cannot escape it. Build your mind for it. You have young fellas in the audience here. Build your mind for it. As what? Build your mind for it. Julian, build your mind for it. How do you build all your mind for it? Yeah? It's going to come and you have to take charge. Alright? Well, I want to say after discussing the roles and responsibility of men, after presenting the fact to you, I just want to encourage those of you in the audience, those of you that are performing the task that I spoke about and you're doing it well, continue to do it. Those of you that are not doing it, I ask you to come up to the mark. And for the ladies in the audience that plan to get married and that are already married, you heard the qualities that were mentioned. I ask you to hold your husband responsible to those tasks, to those responsibilities that were given to him. And those of you that are not married, you know what are the criteria you'll be looking for in that man. He has to be able to provide that sort of leadership in the home. Alright, I want you to know that the sources for this speech was taken from A Man's Role in the Home by Dr. Tony Evans, and also So You're Getting Married, the book So You're Getting Married by Dr. H. Norman Wright, and also the teaching by Pastor Nathan Best in terms as it relates to responsibility. I want to thank you. You have been a wonderful audience, and this is the end of my speech this evening. Thank you. We now open up the floor for 2 questions from the audience. Anything that was not clear throughout the speech as it relates to the roles and responsibility of men in the family, here's the opportunity to ask a question as it relates to that. 2 questions as it relates to that. Anybody from the audience, feel free. I spoke about a lot of things in that short space of time, but I open the floor to you now. Everybody clear? Alright, I want to say thanks once again for those of you that were here with me from the very first speech, the informative speech, those of you that were here in the persuasive speech, and those of you that are here today for the final speech, which is the special occasion speech. I thank you for your support, and I thank you. You have been a wonderful audience today. May God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.